Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Spencer Penrod. I'm a world builder who makes worlds for stories and D&D campaigns, things like that. Today we are jumping into MILGRAM again, where we are going over Mahiru's stuff in the first trial, her interrogation and music video. Last time we met with, oh no, I don't remember his name, Shido. And he was just kind of unnervingly polite, and we kind of had a tantrum about being called a kid. There wasn't a ton of world building details in that one, other than more confirmation of some of the things we've speculated about MILGRAM in the past, about how it's outside the law and how it's almost religious in nature in how they view things. The biggest thing was S getting really upset about Shido kind of trying to choose his own punishment because they felt like the judgment was something reserved just for them. So that was interesting. But yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and just jump right into Mahiru and see what's up with her.
看守さん、まだかな。
待たせたの。囚人番号6番、マヒル。
ううん、今来たところ。
はあ。
デートの待ち合わせみたいでドキドキしちゃった。
僕が言うのもなんだが、こんな監獄の中でよくそんなことが言えるものだな。
非日常ですっごくロマンチックだよ。おかげさまで毎日楽しくやっております。
What a weird definition of romance.
のんきなものだ。
あ、それよく言われる。
状況を理解しているか、マヒル。お前は人殺し、囚人だ。遊びに来ているわけじゃない。
人殺し。そうだね。否定はできないかな。
そして、
We're getting to the point now where more people have admitted directly to killing someone than not. So that's interesting to note. I'd think more people would be pretty opposed to admitting that. I still don't... I don't know. It's weird because I still feel like this has set things up to be a lot about metaphorical killings or like accidental or tangential things where maybe you kind of resulted in someone's death, but you definitely didn't like kill them directly. But with how everyone is reacting to it, I'm starting to wonder if I'm wrong in that, and that we just had a few people who were that way, and it was misleading because of how early on that was.
今からお前の罪を明かすための尋問を行う。ロマンチックとは程遠い状況だ。
罪。そうだね。
ミルグラムはお前たち囚人の罪を明らかにし、適切な判断を下すために存在している。そのために僕といくつか話をしよう。
お話する。看守さんマヒルに興味あるの？嬉しい。
そうやって僕のペースを乱そうとしたって無駄だ。お前らはいつもそうなんだ。ろくでもない。
何ブツブツ言ってるの？
なんでもない。尋問を始める。そうだな。まずは。は
ーい。椎名マヒル、22歳です。ふつつか者ですが、よろしくお願いします。
質問はこちらから。いや、そのパターンは言うので知ってる。大丈夫だ。落ち着け僕。
はい、看守さんの番。
は？
お名前は？年齢は？お名前は？ 年齢は
S
15.
15だと思う。
15歳。その年で看守さんなんだよね。小さいのに偉いね。困ったことがあったら何でもお姉さんに相談してね。
おい、マヒル、なんで僕が答えて。
ねえねえ、S って名前は本名なの？そもそも日本人じゃないのかな？名字とかないの？
知らん。どうでもいい。僕は S だ。それ以外は知らないし、知る必要もない。
記憶喪失ってこと？かわいそう。気にならないの？自分のこと。
興味ないな。僕は目の前の仕事に向き合うだけだ。余計なことを知らない方が集中できるというものだ。
マヒルは興味あるよ、看守さんに。知っていこうよ、看守さんのこと。
僕のこと知る？
看守さん、どうしたの？ねえ、看守さん。
いや、すまない。
ぼーっとしちゃ。
So that's the second time that trying to look into who S is has triggered this reaction, like there's some kind of barrier there, preventing them from uncovering memories or digging too deeply into their own self and motivations, which is definitely notable. The attitude that S is showing here, that it's okay to not have any of these memories because they would just be a distraction, sounds a lot like brainwashing talk to me. Like this is a coping mechanism or something that someone else has told them to make them more compliant. Because it doesn't, like, knowing about yourself can't be a distraction. That doesn't make any sense. But S seems to believe it, and the idea of that is, or the situation seems like it's pretty out of the norm for someone like S who tries to view things really logically. So I think they're clinging to that belief despite it not making much sense, just because they don't have much else to cling on to. And if looking into themselves and trying to figure out who they are triggers this reaction, then maybe it makes sense that they are justifying why they aren't doing it, because they want to avoid the pain or whatever is going on when we hear that sound, whenever they start trying to figure things out.
ちゃうの？大変なお仕事だろうし、頭の使いすぎかも。ハーブティーがいいんだよ。あ、イチョウのお茶があってね。
Ginkgo is a large tree with fan-shaped leaves. So commonly used in supplements and taken by mouth for memory problems.
脳の活性化にいいんだって。
ああ、そうか。試してみる。じゃない。僕のことはどうでもいい。今は尋問中だ。
楽しいのに。
だいたいなんでお前から僕に質問をしてくる？立場をわきまえろ。
でもね、看守さん、相互理解って大事だと思うの。看守さんは真宙のことを知りたいんだよね。
まあ、そうなるな。
嬉しい。じゃなくて、そのためにはお互いに理解することが第一歩だと思うんだよね。看守さんのことをよく知ってるからこそ話したいことも増えると思うし。
確かに人によってはそういうアプローチが効果的な場合もあるか。
そう、まずは勇気を出して自分をさらけ出すこと。そうすると相手も安心して自分のことを話してくれるようになるんだよ。
ほう、いわゆる自己開示の偏方性か。しかし 意外だな。お前が人心に関する知識に長けているとは。
自己開示の偏方性？
僕はお前たち囚人のことを深く知るためにあらゆる知識を得ている最中でな。読んだ本の中にあったぞ。
へえ、看守さんも読んだの？私も本で読んだんだよ。あの号は関東の女子1000人のラブトークも良かったよね。
なんだそれは。
読んだんじゃないの？レインの恋愛テクニック特集。
レイン？
レイン。真昼の愛読書。ファッション、トレンド、占い、恋愛特集なんでもあり。もっと輝く私になるための最強女性誌。
勘違いだった。忘れてくれ。
そうだ、看守さんは恋愛に興味ないの？恋愛トークしたい。15歳でしょ？思春期真っ盛りだ。好きな子とかいるの？
それこそ本当に興味がないな。
ないそんなこと。恋愛っていうのは地雷みたいなもので、いつか爆発するんだよ。早いか遅いかの違いでしかないもの。看守さんも今は興味なくてもいつか爆発するんだよ。運命的な出会いをするんだから。
よく喋るなお前。
最初は否定しちゃうよね。真昼もそうだったもん。あくまでドラマや少女漫画への憧れで自分とは違う世界のことだと思ってたし。
僕にはよくわからないが、恋だの愛だのそんなに大事なものかな。
大事だよ。大事だよ、何よりも。
なるほどね。お前にとってはそれか。囚人番号6番真昼。
何が？
なんとなくね。何人か尋問してきて僕も見当がつくようになってきたんだ。お前たちの大事にしているもの。
真昼にとっての大事なものが愛ってこと？正解。別に隠してないけどね。
ではお前の人殺しもそれに由来するものか？
そうだね、愛だと思う。
お前は愛ゆえに人を殺した。
そうだね。
なるほどね。
So there's a few ways we can interpret that. The fact that she killed someone because of love. She seems to say not that it is categorically a correct way to phrase it, but is more like giving in and saying, yeah, I guess you could say it's like that, which makes me think it's not super direct. And maybe we'll get into more and learn more here, but usually they steer the conversation away from any direct mention of what happened. So with that being said, my guess is that we have the route where Mahiru is crazy and like had an affair, or her lover had an affair or something like that, and then she killed one of them as a result, or both of them. Which seems like the more direct way that she could be a murderer, coming or being motivated by love. However, I think that doesn't fit with my theory that these murders are more complicated, more metaphorical than they are direct and simple. So my thought right now is that how could love cause you to kind of kill someone? And I'm thinking maybe she had someone she loved who got put on life support, and she chose to pull the plug because they didn't have any hope of recovery, and she could see herself as a murderer because of that, and view it as an act of love, because especially if the person in question had some kind of will or had a conversation about that, leaving someone just on life support when they're not responsive is, in my mind at least, and I think in a lot of people's minds, kind of a cruel thing to do. And so letting them die could be seen as an act of love, depending on your perspective. So maybe it's something like that as well. I wonder if we'll get more information about it, but those are my initial guesses on ways we could interpret this.
恋愛沙汰からの殺人か。嫉妬、怨恨、略奪。珍しい話ではないな。
違うよ、そんなんじゃない。真昼は殺したくなんてなかった。真昼はただ真昼でいただけだよ。
どういうことだ。
言わない。看守さんのことまだよく知らないから。
相互理解ね。
そういうこと。
面倒なやつだな。まあいい。お前自身はどう思っているんだ。お前のやったことは許されるのか許されないのか。
もし真昼のやったことが許されないなら、もう生きてる意味ないな、正直。
人殺しをしないと生きている意味がないというのか。これはとんだ危険人物だ。
いや、そう言うと急に物騒だね。人殺しなんて全然したくないよ。でも私は愛のために生きるって決めたから。
愛のために。
私は人を愛する素晴らしさを知ってしまったの。すごいんだよ。毎日が輝いて色づいて見える。当たり前の景色がドラマみたいに、映画みたいに変わるんだよ。
よくわからないな。
真昼、語彙力あんまりないから月並みな表現しか出てこないんだけど。でも看守さんもわかるよ。恋をすればきっと。
さあね、どうかな。
恋が、愛がなければ私の人生はもう味がしないよ。それがダメだっていうな。
So this is weird. S's interpretation felt really disingenuous to say that she needed permission to kill anyone in order to live, which didn't feel like what she was saying. It felt more like she was saying that the thing that she did was justifiable enough that, at least in that instance, she felt right in it. But here she's saying not forgiving her is the same as not allowing her to love. That if she won't be allowed it anymore, there's no point in her living. I guess maybe she's not saying that her idea of love is so tied up with killing that she needs to be able to kill to love. It could be that she's saying that she knows if she isn't forgiven, she's going to be imprisoned, and she can't find love in prison. So I guess that's kind of a generous interpretation of it. But it seems to be implying that her definition of love kind of includes killing in it. And I have no idea what that would imply. Because that makes it seem like the way she's talking about this doesn't make it seem like a singular act of love in a really uncommon situation, like pulling life support is what she's talking about. It sounds a lot more generalized, a lot more frequently occurring. But I have no idea what that could be. So I wonder if they'll talk more about it and shed some light, or if that's just something we won't know until the music video or maybe a future round on the trial. But it definitely casts doubt on either of my interpretations of her motivations or actions so far.
なら生きている意味がないな。
お前の愛が人を殺すとしても。
意地悪だな。
お前の愛が人を殺したんだろう。それでももう一度人を愛するのか。
むしろ真昼は看守さんに教えてほしいよ。私がやったことは許されないことなのか。
何？
真昼の愛が人を殺しちゃうかもしれないなら、私はもう人を愛してはいけないのかな。ねえ看守さん、教えて。私は人を愛することを許されないの？
わからん。お前の言っていることはさっきから全然ピンとこない。
そっか、そうだよね。真昼変だよね。わかんないよね。
ああ、まだな。あくまでまだわからないというだけだ。すぐにわかってやる。待っていろ。正直今回は僕の苦手分野だ。だからこそお前の言う通り、もっと理解すべきなのかもしれない。
看守さん。
僕はお前の看守だ。苦手だろうとわからんとさじを投げたりはしない。お前の罪を判断し、許す許さないを決めるまではな。
真昼のことずっと見ててくれるの？
ああ、まあ仕事だからな。なんだ？
キュンとした。
何を言っているんだお前。
真昼、仕事に熱心な人好き。
お前ふざけてるだろ。
ダメダメ。気をつけてね。あんまり優しくしちゃうと死んじゃうかもよ。なんてね。
優しくしているつもりもない。お前の言っていることは鉄頭鉄尾わけがわからんが、これだけは約束してやろう。安心しろ。お前が何をしようと何を思おうと僕は死なない。僕はこのミルグラムの看守だからだ。
真昼の声が爆発した音。
違う、尋問の終了時間だ。まったくいつもながら予定通りいかないなお前たちは。
歌を抽出するっていうやつよね。真昼、歌あんまり得意じゃないよ。
別にお前が歌うわけじゃない。お前の心象風景が勝手に歌と映像として現れるだけだ。
全部見られちゃうんだ。ちょっと恥ずかしいかも。
どうだろうな。経験上映像の具体性も抽象度も人による。 自身の罪をどう認識しているかによるのかもしれない。
So I have speculated a few times about the purpose of these interrogations, kind of landing on the purpose of them being to make the prisoners feel comfortable and seen and recognized. I still think that's probably the case, but what S is saying here seems to be the first indication that I was right about probably right about the purpose of the interrogations, but also how I had speculated about why things would change in future rounds based on the votes of the rounds. Like Jackalope told us that based on whether we forgive someone or not, the future things that we extract from them could change. And one of the reasons that could be is because the prisoner's view on what they've done and how they are perceived is affecting that. And S here seems to be confirming that, although the language isn't very strong. They say that they might even depend on how each of you perceives your own sins. The might being an operative word there, that means we can't fully trust this. But the fact that it lines up with the speculation I had before, and that usually characters don't put out speculation that is wrong just because it confuses the audience, means that I think we've been right in how we have interpreted the interpreted how a character's view on their actions and situation affects the music videos we get.
どちらにせよ、お前が世界をどう見ているか確認させてもらうつもりだよ。
そっかそっか、真昼も見たいな。それ真昼にとって愛のある世界はとても美しかったから。ああ、看守さんもきっと愛の凄さを分かってくれるはずだよ。
期待してる。
あれ、素直だ。
単なる知識欲だ。知らないものを知るのは楽しいだろう。お前たちを知るためには様々な知識を得る必要がある。それは悪くない気分だ。
真昼、勉強熱心な人も好き。
黙ってる。
意地悪。
お前ばかり話していて仕事した気がしないぞ僕は。一応聞いとくが、言い残したことはあるか？
一個だけ。
なんだ、まだあるのか。
あのね、S 君って呼んでいい？
ノーコメントだ。囚人番号6番真昼。さあ、お前の罪を歌え。
I think her question there was talking about like honorifics again, which is why it didn't make a ton of sense in English. But I think that was the same thing that Shido was calling S, which made them really upset. So it's weird that the response was no comment rather than just a flat-out rejection. But anyway, let's get into this music video, see if it tells us anything more about Mahiru. I doubt we'll learn much more about the world through this, so I might be relatively silent, but we'll see.
好きって気持ち分かったつもりならこのまま二人オーバーヒートで君だけに伝えたいことも君だけにもらいたいことも愛なんですよ。
Okay, so I have learned that there is a wiki that has translations of all of these things. So I'm going to look this up because the translations have been important in some of the other ones. Let's see, translations. This is the magazine page, which I don't think we've seen. So it doesn't look like they've actually translated. Oh, wait, no, this is it. I guess this is just a magazine. Let's see here. So I think it says the university's exam period ends tomorrow. So I've got a day off for the first time in a while. I've been careful about doing stretches properly after I get out of the bath. I'm just copying something I saw though, so I wonder if I'm doing it right. I don't really know. Whatever the case, I have to make sure I am always ready. Because some people will fall in love at any time. 16-day memorial produced by Mahiru. Okay. Not much of note there. Okay. Stuff here. Wanting to be cute even with within your own home. For the sake of tomorrow's you, treat yourself by wearing something soft and fluffy. Hoodie, undershirts, shorts, socks, headband, all personal possessions. Mahiru's 14 items to stop men's heart with your feminine charms. Learn how to do everything from the distinct slim silhouette that's popular with men to playing the part of the mature Onesan. Be sure to get the items that catch your eye. Ugh, there's so many. I'm just skimming these because they're descriptions of the clothing to see if any of that is meaningful. It doesn't look like it. Let's let this text get on screen all the way. All right. Day 2, an easygoing dress goes perfectly with the spring weather. The natural color of the pistachio green will make you stand out as being refined. Sandals on your feet and a relaxed smile on your face, blouse, dress bag, sandals, bangles, all personal possessions. Also, day 2, on a morning when it looks like something new is about to start, make sure you're ready with a cafe latte. I went to a coffee shop I saw in a magazine. I've always wanted to become a regular for something like this. I only just arrived in Tokyo recently, so everything seems so new and fun. Now, if only there was love on the horizon too, there'd be nothing else to say. Just kidding. Oh man, there is a lot to read in this one. With a mature tone, even in the middle of study, you can attract attention for a new meeting. On the terrace of the university, when I met days with the person, I knew it must surely be fate. I might have been born purely so that one day I could end up together with him. Or not. Am I just overthinking things? Day 3. A casual, mature look brought together with a shared beige tone. Hair tied up neatly to give off a healthy appearance. Undershirt, pants, cardigan, tote bag, sneakers, necklace, rituals, earrings, all personal possessions. Give off a fresh impression with a cheerful orange hair in a half-up style using gold to capture their attention. Blouse, pants, bag, all personal possessions. Okay. Day 4, point hairstyle. I ran into the person I'm interested in at the bread shop. This has to be fate, right? In the end, I ended up buying the same bread as he got, but maybe I don't need this much. I wasn't thinking about the calories. Day 5, Point Watch. Today I started talking to him by chance, and he told me that his hobby is running. Without thinking, I took a chance when I saw it and told him I'm interested too, so now we're going to go running together. Even though I'm really bad at exercise, I've never run so much in my life. Totally exhausted. Don't lose focus even when exercising. The pastel tones mean not only do you look ready to go, but also give off a cute Onesan appeal. And then her stuff. Workout casual outfit that lets you move around easily. Use earrings to give a personal touch. Wow. Okay. Day 6, Point Simple Nail. Started a part-time job at the flower shop I've been really interested in. Would you believe it? The person I'm interested in walked past. Wonder if he'll come in someday. I'm now even more excited about going into work. Not just that, even. Every day is exciting. At the cafe on my day off, reading a new book by an author I like. I've loved romance novels since before, but now they're even more interesting. The feelings described on these pages are no longer just an aspiration for me. I truly know them now. Wearing a cute jacket over your shoulders is something you can pull off any time of the year. More fashion stuff. Okay. Also, the lyrics here seemed interesting. I'm going to go back because I think I'm missing these reading all of this text. So she's saying her love is bringing someone down, and even when she tests them, even when they break up, it's because she loves them. So I'm getting the feeling, and it makes sense based on other things we've seen, that she's really obsessed with love and the idea of love, and is a little kind of crazy about it in a way that's probably a little overbearing. So I wonder if that's going to relate into what she ended up doing. Okay, day 8. Plan of action, wait and ambush him in casual dress. I'm waiting for him until his part-time job is over. It's a bit cold at this time of night, but I don't mind at all. After all, I have something I absolutely have to tell him. Also, day 8. The result of the late night park date is, in the middle of the night at the park, we talked with each other for hours. While talking to him, though, it felt like no time had passed at all. You're wondering what the result was? That's a secret. You can probably tell the answer just by looking at my face, though, right? It's my first time going on a date to a bar, so my heart was pounding. I found out today he's actually not very good with alcohol. Or actually, maybe it's just that I'm strong. He's super cute while drinking himself to unconsciousness. That's not healthy. Okay, so she's saying she's happy to get hurt, especially if they have matching pain. So that's definitely like kind of an obsession with the idea of love in a really unhealthy way. Still not quite sure what she's done, but it wouldn't surprise me to learn she goes overboard with something. Okay, I missed day 9 apparently. Corpse Reviver. Brandy, apple brandy, Italian vermouth. For a date at the bar, be careful to make sure your face can be seen. Mix silver and gold accessories for added charm. Style your hair while wet for a more adult look. Okay, it was just fashion stuff. Day 10. Can't go without my regular maintenance. He's not the brightest, so he hasn't noticed, though. The beautician I go to is actually my advisor when it comes to love, too. She's taught me so much. Having fun spending a day to yourself to recharge all your feminine charms. Combination of beige and pink will make you fall or love yourself as well. We went to one of the filming locations for a movie we both like. This sort of thing can only happen in Tokyo, huh? It really must be fate that even our taste in movies lines up. I feel like a totally different person to before I met him. Day 11. For a date where you're walking around, you definitely want pants and low heels so as not to spoil the day. Wear fake glasses for a change of pace to give off an intelligent air. When asked to go to his house, go all out, making yourself look refined. A shirt-style dress may seem plain, but a shrewd dress style will definitely leave a good impression. Okay. Day 12. I was invited to his house for the first time. It was my first time going to a man's house. I was so nervous I didn't eat anything all day. I don't actually remember much. Okay. Day 13. I was invited to go to a relative's wedding. Brides are always so beautiful. I'd love to be like that someday too. Ever since I was young, I've dreamed of being able to get married to the person I love. Maybe it isn't just a dream anymore, though. More fashion stuff. Day 14, an outdoor cinema date with him under the stars. How stylish. A French film I like was screening that I really, really wanted to see, so I begged him to come too. A girl really is at her cutest when she's in love. More fashion stuff. Day 15. My first shrine visit of the year was together with him. Obviously, I know what I want to wish for. Please let us stay together like this forever. Please don't let anyone else get in our way. Bit of foreshadowing, sounding like. And then a lot of fashion stuff. Okay, and I missed day 16 somewhere. But that one is said, before he comes home, I've cooked, so it'll be ready waiting for him. I kept notes on all his favorites, and I've been practicing cooking them. I can't wait to see his surprised face when he comes. So, she gets this look of horror. But I feel like nothing... Like, what were they saying there? Is it... So I feel like this couch she's on here has to be meaning something. Let's see. Get the feathers. I feel like the feathers have to mean something. She jumps into the feathers on the couch. and seems to fall asleep, but the feathers are all on the ground. And then when she wakes up, she looks around and is horrified. I have literally no idea. All of the text seemed like it was just describing cute little dates and falling in love. The song was a little worrying in that it sounded like she's kind of overbearing with her love and a little willing to have a toxic relationship if she can call it love. But nothing that really pointed to any kind of action or thing that she's done. So I feel like my best guess is that this shot is supposed to say something. That the way she's interacted with these feathers has something to do with love. But I couldn't tell you what that means. It definitely doesn't seem like she has done anything intentionally malicious, though. Because the only hint we get is this face. This is the only thing that seems like anything went wrong in any capacity. So she said it wasn't a matter of jealousy, which makes me think that she didn't kill him or a third person in the relationship, someone he was cheating on, because of that. But this seems like horrified surprise. So that makes it seem like something... Like, I could see her reacting this way if she caught him with someone else. And I could see her reacting this way if she, like, saw his death. So, I don't know. My best guess from this is maybe she was too overbearing and, like, drove him to suicide. But I feel like that's not very supported in what we've seen. It would kind of make sense, because if she thinks love has to be this really overbearing thing, then she could think that any love in the future has to look the same way, and that it has a risk of leading to someone's death, which she seemed afraid of. But I feel like nothing in the music video hinted towards suicide, other than maybe saying sharing the pain together. But I don't know, it's just not enough information for me. I do feel like that explanation would fit well with how she kind of presented things in the interrogation, where she views the death as tied up in love, as something that's a potential risk for any love she has going forward. Because that wouldn't be the case if she was killing out of jealousy because he cheated on her. And it wouldn't be the case if there was some kind of freak accident and she needed to, like, pull the plug, like I speculated. But it would be the case if she is so overbearing in her love that it drove someone to suicide. So yeah, I guess that's my guess right now on what happened. I'm not confident in it at all. But I can't think of what else it would be. And I feel like if that's the case, I would vote to forgive her. Sort of. Like, I wouldn't forgive her because those actions aren't okay. But I also am definitely not blaming her for someone else's death. Because having an overbearing partner who just, like, loves you too much and won't leave you alone is not a reason to commit suicide. It's a reason to, like, go get couples counseling or something. So I can't blame her for the death. I forgive her in that respect and think that she maybe needs some therapy and actual advice on how to be in love with someone. But from what I've seen, it doesn't seem like she is doing anything unforgivable in regards to murder. I could be wrong there, but I'm like, there's just so little information here. I feel like I couldn't vote to not forgive her because there's just not enough evidence for that. So yeah, I really don't know what's going on with her. I'm excited to see in future rounds what it ends up being. But for now, that's all I've got to say, I guess, that I would vote to forgive her and have a very tentative guess on what might be causing, or what her crime might have been, her sin might have been, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know though. If you have enjoyed watching the video, subscribe and stick around for more in this series. If you want to see the backlog early, you can check out my Patreon in the description to see that. And I will see you all next time.